Welcome to the Wine Cage. I'm Dylan.
I'm Amanda.
And on this stormy Friday night, atmospheric Friday night, we are drinking Vasse Felix's classic dry red, Shiraz 2022 from the Margaret River. You're not from Margaret River, but you are from...
I'm from Perth originally. I grew up there. I lived there until I was about 22.
And so Amanda assures me that it's pronounced Vasse Felix, as far as we know.
I'm the expert, clearly.
Now, we were trying to remember why we picked this one up, because we didn't have any particular info about it. I think we both, in a cynical, humoristic way, like the fact that it just says classic dry red. We thought, this is either going to be really bad or it's going to be okay.
That was our range, yeah. That's sort of where we were at with this one.
And our sense of humour made us want to find out.
We needed to know.
Yes. So this is a Shiraz from 2022. Pretty inexpensive. It was, I think, discounted down to about $16.50. So we've had a few 8s recently, I think, some good reds. So we thought we'd try a kind of cheaper, slightly dodgier looking one. I'm sure this winery is great, but I'm sure that this isn't their top of the line red. But how does it fare? We will come back and talk about the label and presentation later, but let's get straight into the look, the nose, and the taste. So, look-wise,
it's red.
Yeah, this one really is just red wine. It's pretty opaque. There's no transparency really. It's got a nice deep purpley sort of edge to it, and it sticks to the glass quite a bit. Let's see about the nose. What do you think?
It's dry.
Yeah.
It's fruity.
The nose is actually not bad. Like, it's sort of dusty and dry. It's got no sharp or annoying notes to it.
It is actually quite nice.
Yeah,
the nose. Just
kind of smooth, dry. Yeah. Inoffensive. Let's see how it actually tastes.
First impression is that it's very dry. The label isn't lying about that. It is a dry red wine. I would say at first blush it's not super complex. It's sort of quite, well, I don't want to use the word generic, but it's sort of what you would expect out of a red wine.
Yeah, is it possible what you're thinking of is that it's one note?
One note, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It does have a slight petrol-y aftertaste.
Wow, that's... The whole review just suddenly took a real rough turn there. But
I don't mean that as a criticism, It's
petrol in a good way, yeah.
I mean, it's neutral. It's neither here nor there. It's sort of perhaps fumey is a better way of putting it.
It's definitely a better way of putting it. But I like petrol. I think we should start including petrol as one of our standard tasting notes. Yeah. But yes, this is exactly what you'd expect from a wine that's label looks like this and just says classic dry red. That's all it is. This is cartoon red wine. It's very dry. It's one note. The fact is, it's actually pretty good. It doesn't have any offensive notes. It's got no sharpness, no sourness. It's dry to the point of your mouth turning inside out, or outside in, sorry, is what I meant. You would not want your mouth to turn inside out. Not on camera anyway. But
no, save that for later.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's good. It's just really simple. It's like if you went into an Italian restaurant and ordered their house red and it was pretty good. That's what this is like. It matches the label. And the label,
Sure does.
and they know what they're selling here because you know how normally there's a decent spiel on the back of a label telling you about the wine or the winemaker and their grandfather and, you know, what happened 70 years ago. This one just says, a soft and sumptuous Shiraz by Margaret River's founding wine estate, perfect for every occasion.
Every occasion.
So it's blunt, to the point, and that's what this red is. And I appreciate that. It's exactly what we expected it to be. It's quite good. I don't know if I'd purchase it again because I feel like for what it is, it should be about $12. And that's not like crappy $12. It's just that it doesn't have anything special about it. So I think it should be around that range. But I'm not annoyed that we bought this. We enjoyed it with dinner. And as I say, it's exactly what we expected it was going to be. Now, that's the important stuff, the nose, the look, the taste. Amanda's going to tell us a bit about what she thinks of the presentation and the graphic design on this.
Putting this at the end of the review sort of makes it feel like the weather portion of the news, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I kind of miss when we did the graphic design up front. I was just worried that put off the main topic too long, but I'm not sure, actually. It doesn't quite feel right. So let's press on and see what you think.
Indeed. Well, I have to say, I like this label. I like its honesty. I like that it's not trying to impress you. It's not sort of trying to be fancy. It's not trying to appeal to any specific crowd. It is very classic, just like it says. Is that
a bit of like an Art Deco typeface?
That's a very Art Deco typeface, yeah. They're pulling a little bit of the 1920s vibe with that, but I have no problem with that. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to write home about. It's not something where I would be like, this is a paragon of excellent graphic design or anything like that. But when you've been in design for as long as I have and you can't help but overanalyze everything that you look at all the time, it can be really refreshing to see something that's sort of just is what it is, you know? It's not badly designed and they haven't gone crazy. It's just like, let's say your job was making desserts all day, like a really good vanilla ice cream sometimes is all you want. This is the vanilla ice cream of graphic design.
Vanilla ice cream.
Yum.
Yeah, I like that 1920s look to it. I think I've just realized that that's what I like about this. And it reminds you of simpler times in the 20s when everyone was either a flapper or a gangster. And if you were going to drink red wine, you'd drink this red wine. And it feels like that. If you were going to have a 1920s party and dress up like that, you could just buy this red wine in bulk and everyone's going to like it. No one's going to be offended by it. So it really delivers exactly on its small promise. So that's Vasse Felix's Classic Dry Red, a 2022 Shiraz. Now, what did you think about the rating on this?
That's a tough one. I would linger somewhere between the 6.5 to 7. It's solid, but it's not it's not personally something that I would get excited about. I think I seek novelty and kind of interesting flavors in red wine. This one is just sort of a standard red wine, but for that, it's very good.
Yeah, I think. Did you give a number or not?
6.5 to 7.
Yeah, okay, I agree. I think I'm going to agree with 6.5, but a high 6.5, just in the sense of judging it for what it's attempting to do. And I think that matters. And it's the kind of wine, as I said, that if you were going to have a party and have a lot of people and you just wanted a wine that was going to most likely appeal to everyone, this would be perfect for that. So, yeah, based on everything we said, I think you'll know whether you want to go out and try this one. But I do look forward to trying other wines from this winemaker. So that's another one from us. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.